What if your money problems are because of your relationship issues? What if not only the food habits that are causing you acidity? And what if asking simple questions can bring ease, fun, and joy and growth back in your life? Let's find out in conversation with one such person who has been exploring energy work, healing for last couple of years to find a better version of herself. Hi, I'm Yoginni. Welcome to my podcast series Citizens of Inniverse. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on the future episodes. And please share this episode with at least 3 people who would love to hear this. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the series called Citizens of Inniverse. And we have our guest, Shagun Khetan, with us. Hi, Shagun. Welcome.
Hi, Yoginni, and hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, everyone.
I'll just briefly introduce Shagun to all of you. Shagun is originally a financial professional and then turned into energy worker. She's been in energy field for last 7 years now. And during her journey, she chose to be the access consciousness facilitator for various tools. She's facilitating various programs with access consciousness, classes of access, and she also now does corporate workshops. So it's not only individuals that she's transforming the lives with, but it's also the corporates that she's now touching upon. Majorly, her journey has been with body classes as well as various access bar foundation, access consciousness foundation course, and most importantly, the interesting part for all of us is the spirit world. She is the talk to entities facilitator, and now this has brought her to her calling for a long time, which is mediumship. So I'm sure that you all have clear idea that कितने टॉपिक्स पे आज बात होने वाली है और क्या क्या अनफोल्ड होगा. With mediumship, she has recently completed a course with Arthur Findlay College, which is in Britain. That's about mediumship and spiritual evolvement, and she is now practicing evidential mediumship. So, welcome on board, Shagun. Over to you.
Thank you, Yoginni. Well, you have kind of played along all my journey. So let's begin with the questions.
Absolutely. And it's very lovely to have you here because in person, I know that you have really transformed my life through various means and ways that you know. And I'm happy to share all that with my family here. So to begin with, you've been energy worker for last 7, 8 years, or maybe even before that, but officially you moved into this field for this long. तो आप एनर्जी वर्क या जिसे कॉमनली हीलिंग के नाम से जाना जाता है, उसे किस तरह से देखती हैं?
ओके, सो अगर मैं बहुत सिंपली समझाऊं तो हमने साइंस में पढ़ा है एवरीथिंग इज एनर्जी. हम व्हाट आर वी एक्चुअली? ये बॉडी है, देन देयर इज समथिंग एल्स इन इट, यू नो. सो इट्स लाइक इफ आई वुड एक्सप्लेन कि अगर एक बल्ब है वो हमारी बॉडी है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो है वो हमारा बीइंग है. नाउ दिस बीइंग इज एनर्जी, स्पेस एंड कॉन्शियसनेस, बस इसी से बना हुआ है. So energy cannot be destroyed, cannot be created, but it is in abundance. It can only be transformed from one to another. ये हमने साइंस में सीखा, and this is the principle on which the energy work that I have been practicing also works. So अब हम लोग जो हैं, अगर आप अपने जहन में जाएं और याद करें, we all know energy, it is our first language. आप किसी के बारे में सोचते हो और and then you said okay चलो मैं उसको कॉल कर लेती हूँ, and that person, अरे मैं तो तुझे अभी याद ही कर रहा था, तेरी 100 साल उम्र है, you called me. What is this? You go to someone's house, उन्होंने कुछ नहीं बोला है, you just enter and you know कि यहाँ कुछ गड़बड़ हुई है. What is this? This is energy talking to you. You meet new people and then you suddenly get some information कि ये इस तरह के लोग हैं या इस तरह के person हैं. What is this? This is energy speaking to us. तो energy का काम क्या है? It is always giving us information. Now हम अपनी जो conditioning होती है, हमारा जो education होता है, उसमें we lose this information. हम उस इंफॉर्मेशन को उतनी अहमियत नहीं देते हैं, एंड वी गिव इंफॉर्मेशन मोर टू व्हाट आवर थिंकिंग लॉजिकल माइंड टेल्स अस. तो उसमें क्या होता है, देयर इज अ मिसमैच, एंड देन थिंग्स दे डोंट गो अकॉर्डिंग टू हाउ वी विश. फिर हमें लगता है, अरे ये ऐसा कैसे हो गया, मैंने तो इतना किया था, पर मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो गया. इज बिकॉज यू आर नॉट लिसनिंग टू दोज विस्पर्स. वो बहुत सटल होती है एनर्जी. इट्स लाइक अ मसल यू नीड टू बिल्ड अप to get, and all it gives you is information. और उस information से क्या होता है, you can then use it to expand your life, live the life you desire. बिकॉज इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको आ रही होती है. हाँ, मुझे आजकल उसको हम इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट इंट्यूशन. जब हम उसको इंट्यूशन बोलते हैं, इट इज कि वो हमें कभी कभी आ रही है और इट इज नॉट विद अस ऑल द टाइम. बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट बिकमिंग अवेयर ऑफ एनर्जी, इट इज देयर 24/7. इट इज गिविंग यू इंफॉर्मेशन 24/7, एंड आपको सारा कुछ आ जाएगा. Like when you meet a person, when you go to things, when you're going for an interview, when you're going to a journey, you are getting information all the time. It's all about just catching that information and expanding your life. At the end of the day, what do we want in life? कि हमारी life बढ़े और हमारी life में बहुत ease आए and abundance रहे. And this is the information जो हमारा gap है, जिसकी वजह से हम वहाँ नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हैं. So I would say मेरे लिए very simply put, this is energy work. Now let's come to the next part. हम अपनी लाइफ कैसे, हमारी लाइफ कैसे बनती है, कैसे क्रिएट होती है. We create it by what energy we are being in every moment. So now आपकी लाइफ में जो कुछ भी हो रहा है, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, everything is your creation. How did you create it? By making choices consciously or unconsciously. अगर अब आप ये conscious choices का percentage बढ़ाना शुरू कर दें, you will start seeing magic happening in your life. You will start seeing your life moving in the direction you desire. Because wherever we flow energy is what gets created. So consciously अगर हमने energy flow करेंगे ज़्यादा, तो obviously we will create the life we desire. But unconsciously we are bringing in so much. We are bringing in diseases, we are bringing in conflicts, we are bringing in money situations, we are bringing in everything unconsciously. Choose हम ही कर रहे हैं, just by not being aware of that energy in that moment. So it's all about just becoming aware of that, and then your life changes.
Oh, so can we put it in this way that process of healing is of making conscious choices in life, in
Yeah.
every.
So I would say, like how I understand my point of view, healing is the side effect of getting more conscious.
Okay.
So if you have become more conscious in life, it's like this कि आप एक रूम में हो जिसमें अंधेरा है. So obviously you will go and bump into things, चोट लगेगी, फिर आपको हील करना पड़ेगा, फिर आगे बढ़ोगे. Now उस रूम में हमने लाइट जला दी, बल्ब्स डाल दिए छोटे छोटे, अब आपको दिखने लगा, तो क्या आप जाके उससे टकराओगे किसी चीज से? So as you get more conscious, you are healed. आपको हीलिंग की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी.
जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Okay, so that probably is a message to everyone कि healing is not किसी के ऊपर डिपेंड है कि करने की प्रोसेस नहीं है. Everybody
Yes.
can do it for themselves.
Yes, and this is the best part that I like about Access Consciousness is because it empowers you. Everything ultimately, even heal होना is your choice. कोई बाहर वाला आपके लिए कुछ नहीं करने वाला है. Nothing can they do until you choose to change your situation, until you choose to show up in your life, until you choose that I am going to change my situation. बाहर वाला कुछ नहीं कर सकता. It's all from inside to outside. It's not outside to inside.
Wonderful. That's a very valid and very important point. As we speak about this, now that you are so much aware, so much conscious about your own choices in your life, I would like to understand about your journey. आपकी अपनी जो जर्नी रही हुई होगी इतने सालों में, आपने कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस लिए होंगे जहाँ पे आपको शायद से you were guided with through your path. So can you please share some?
Okay. All right, Samvit, let me just make it short. So I basically am a finance person. I did my MBA finance. I was in the corporate sector. Then I became a homemaker for a long number of years. And I had 2 children, a family, a loving family, money, सब कुछ था. Everything was there, but 2 things were missing in my life that I was starting to feel. One was joy, and 2 was कि is this just my life or there is something more to it. मुझे हमेशा ये होता था कि कुछ और है. What is the purpose of my life? That's the question I started with कि why am I on this planet? क्यों हूँ मैं यहाँ पर? And that got me to this journey of Kriya Yoga by Paramahansa Yogananda. I did that, but I could just go to discipleship. I could not go to the level of reaching Kriya Yoga for the simple reason कि मुझसे meditation रोज नहीं हो पाती थी. I just couldn't do it. One day I would do it, 7 days नहीं हो रहा है. Then I would do it. So when I would go to the class there and then I would sit there and hear people talking about कि मैंने ये experience किया, मैंने वो, I was like, मैं तो कर ही नहीं रही हूँ. So that's when I decided that maybe, my journey is still here. Maybe there is something else for me. I should not make myself wrong. For the first time, मैंने अपने आप को ये चीज़ बोला कि मुझे अपने आप को गलत नहीं बनाना है. And then Access fell in my lap. And when Access fell in my lap, it was like, I have come home. Because everything about me, there was nothing wrong about me. I could accept everything, वो pimple, वो wart, वो chot, वो everything was acceptable. There were no rules, there were no regulations कि ये right है, ये wrong है, ऐसे करना है, वैसे करना है. Nothing. You are empowered. Follow your knowing. You know for yourself. Your journey is your journey. No one else knows for you more than you know for yourself. So that trust, building that trust in your knowing, that's when the journey started for me with Access. And it's been amazing. अगर मैं आपको बोलूं तो things like I would say relationships में मेरे बहुत फर्क आने लग गया. The people with whom I had uncomfortable relationships, my relationships with them started changing. Then something like I would say कि हमारे finance world में बोलते हैं that if you have to switch jobs or do something, 30s to 40s is the best time. उसके बाद आप stable रहो. Don't do anything because then you will not get jobs, you will not get opportunities. So when my husband wanted to shift from a high paying job to start his own business in his 50s, it was ease from me. Despite my children being in college, despite we having a family to support and everything, if I didn't have the tools of Access Foundation, if I didn't have these tools with me, I am telling you, my journey would not have been that easy. And today, we are seeing the fruits of that also. So my husband is in so much better space. He is loving what he's doing and he's creating his own business, which for me and my fixed point of views, I could have never imagined कि ये हो सकता है after a high paying job.
Mhm.
So that and the biggest thing, the biggest support that I got from these tools was when I was navigating with my own teenager who was going through depression, anxiety, severe depression to the extent that they would want to end their own life. So navigating that journey, those 4 years, I could have and landed up in a mental asylum, but thanks to these tools, my life was ease. And so I was also able to give that space to my child to choose for themselves and choose greater for themselves. That I would say is my biggest achievement till date.
And how does it get any better than
Yes.
this?
How does it get any better than this? And what else is possible now?
It's possible. You spoke about fixed point of views just now.
Yeah.
So जो इस कॉन्सेप्ट को पहली बार सुन रहे हैं, जो एक्सेस कॉन्शियसनेस के बारे में बस थोड़ा बहुत ही जानते हैं, so can we just elaborate this point
Sure.
of views concept little bit?
So what happens is कि because of how we are brought up, our society, our family, culture, education से हमें बड़े fixed point of views मिलते हैं कि about what is right, what is wrong, what is to be done. कि हमें लगता है कि this is how it is. इसके अलावा कुछ और हो ही नहीं सकता है. So that is a fixed point of view. When you think that this is the only right thing to do, this is how it should be done, and this is the only way to do it. Then what you're doing is you are not allowing the universe to contribute to you. You are not allowing magic to come into your life क्योंकि आपने क्या किया है fixed point of view से energy को stop कर दिया है. Now this energy becomes blocked. This becomes like a wall. This becomes like a block. आप जो भी बोलो, blockage बोलो, कुछ भी बोलो. And what it does is energy का काम है flow करना. So when you are not allowing the energy to flow, it is becoming like a roda. It is like becoming like a blockade in your life. Now it is stopping. अगर कुछ चीज जिसकी वजह से आपने ये फिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू लिया कि ये गलत है, उसको स्टॉप करना है, आपने ये बनाया है, इट इज स्टॉपिंग एवरीथिंग एल्स ऑल्सो. ये स्मार्ट वॉल नहीं है. It is stopping that joy. It is stopping that new job. It is stopping that money. It is stopping that relationship also from coming. तो लाइफ में आपके जितने कम ये ऐसे ब्लॉकेजेस होंगे ना, wherever you are just flowing energy, you are bringing in possibilities. You are bringing in lots of things into your life जो आपको मिल सकती थी, because the universe is always giving. Universe is never about right and wrong. It is not at all about right and wrong. It is only about ask and you shall receive. बट हमारी रिसीविंग्स हम इस फिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज के ब्लॉकेजेस से ब्लॉक करके रखते हैं. So now when you lose them and you start breaking these walls, your life starts expanding. More ease comes into your life. More abundance flows into yours. Because पूरी दुनिया में आप देख लो, okay, any kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, the bird kingdom, जो kingdom आप देख लो, everyone is abundant. Does the tree ever says that there is a shortage of leaves? I'm not going to give leaves, or I'm not going to give you a fruit because there is shortage coming up, या इसकी कमी हो रही है, या birds are saying ना अभी 4 feather में ही fly करो because there is a shortage of feathers. There never is shortage anywhere except in our human world, because this is our creation from our fixed point of views, and these blockages हम खुद create कर रहे हैं. So the lesser blockages you have, the lesser fixed points of views you have, the more possibilities can come in, and that is how your receivings from the universe come in. तो दो तरीके से आप जी सकते हो. या तो आपको सब कुछ करना है, you're alone and you have to work hard, do everything and everything the right way and do it. Does that ever work? Do you always get what you deserve?
No.
It's all about attracting everything in your life. And how do you attract everything in your life is by what energy you're being. Your energy, जो आप energy, आप suppose एक simple task कर रहे हो, like cooking food. Okay, I'm a housewife, so ये वाला example मुझे बड़ा simple आता है. अब देखो आप okay, Sonali is having a good laugh at it. Because we've all experienced that. जिस दिन आप गुस्से में होते हो, जिस दिन आपको ये लग रहा है कि ये जबरदस्ती मुझे खाना बनाना पड़ रहा है, आप खटर-फटर करके आपने खाना बनाया, उस दिन खाना कितना बकवास बनता है. एंड जिस दिन यू आर जस्ट लाइक एन्जॉयिंग कुकिंग, अरे आज मुझे ये बनाने का बड़ा मन कर रहा है, मैं ऐसे करूँगी, वैसे करूँगी, कुछ हमने उसमें ट्विक कर दिया, बड़ा मस्ती से खाना बनाया, म्यूजिक सुन-सुन के खाना बनाया, उस दिन खाना कितना अच्छा बनता है. राइट? वी हैव सीन. सो व्हाट यू डू डज़ नॉट मैटर सो मच. What energy you're being gets your results. तो जिस दिन हम खच-पच करके करते हैं, तो same thing with life, with everything. So now you can choose what or which way you want to live. And Access gives you all the tools to live in the second way, where you can attract everything into your life and have ease. There's so much ease, you know, freedom. जो हम बोलते हैं ना हमें freedom चाहिए, freedom हमें अपने fixed point of view से चाहिए. That's when you become free. नो वन एल्स इज बाइंडिंग यू. कोई आपको बाइंड करके नहीं रखा हुआ है. आपके खुद के पॉइंट्स ऑफ व्यूज पॉइंट, और आपको पता भी नहीं है. हमें पता ही नहीं होता है क्योंकि हमें बचपन में सिखाया गया पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता है, मेहनत करोगी तो पैसा मिलेगा. अब हमारी नाउ योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्रिएट्स योर रियलिटी. तो अब क्या होता है, अब हमारी दुनिया में जब तक हम मेहनत नहीं करेंगे हम पैसे को रिसीव ही नहीं करते हैं. कहीं मिल भी रहा होगा हमें दिखेगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज हमें वो घोड़ों के ऊपर वो स्पर्स नहीं लगा देते कि उनको सिर्फ सामने दिखना है, लेफ्ट राइट कुछ नहीं दिखना है. वैसे हो जाते हैं हम पैसे के लिए, बिकॉज आई हैव टू वर्क हार्ड देन आई विल अर्न मनी, आई हैव टू वर्क हार्ड देन आई विल अर्न मनी. तो वो मनी भी वैसे ही आता है हमारे पास. But what if I could just receive money from anywhere? And this has really happened. I've done it in my classes, and these are simple tools, you know, and Access you get to play with, and it just shows up. Like abhi bhi when I was going to London for my mediumship thing, money just showed up. Nothing was in works, and then suddenly this corporate training of 22 people of a finance team showed up, where I did the training, and then there my London trip was funded.
Wonderful. So it boils down to our own selves, I believe, कि जो भी obstacles हैं वो अपने खुद के ही बने बनाए हुए हैं. तो अगर अच्छी लाइफ चाहिए with ease and joy तो उन्हें ही दूर करना पड़ेगा. I'm sure you have had or
want to add कि हमें पता भी नहीं है. पहला
पता
जब
भी नहीं.
वहां से शुरू होता है कि ओ मैं कर रही हूँ, I am stopping myself. Okay, how is that? Then you come to the next step to change it. But first of all, most of us, like with me also, I mean, I was like big time victim, playing victim with everything. इसने इसकी वजह से मेरा ऐसा हो गया, इसने मेरी जॉब छुड़ा दी, इसने मेरा ऐसा कर दिया, ये है तो मेरी लाइफ झंड है, ये है तो मैं ऐसे कर रही हूँ, इसकी वजह से ऐसे हो रहा है, you know. Big time I was like, I am to doing everything, but thing is not happening because they are not allowing me to do, she's not doing this, he's not doing that. Then I realized that all of it, these things, what am I just being? I'm just being a bichari who has no control on her life, who is not empowered. And that's when everything changed with me with access, that I started realizing it's my own energy. I have to shift this. And once it shifted, the whole path showed up.
This must be the story of most of us who are listening to the podcast, I am sure. So,
Yes, Sonali, I get you.
so I'm sure you have facilitated many such transformations across the years since when you've, got connected with your own consciousness and the journey.
Yeah.
तो अपने
Okay.
क्लाइंट्स के कुछ ऐसे अनुभव शेयर करना चाहेंगी जहाँ पे आपने ये ऐसा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन देखा एंड दे वर एबल टू क्रिएट वंडरफुल लाइफ फॉर देमसेल्व्स.
Um, okay, as over these years, I would have touched maybe 500 people's lives or something. But I mean, there are a lot of examples. If I start thinking, तो बहुत सारे आते जाएंगे. But जो अभी immediately आ रहे हैं. So there was this lady who had depression for the last 8 years. She was on medication and everything, and she came to me for bars. एंड मतलब मैं उनको सेशन देती थी, हर सेशन के बाद वो यही बोलती थी, कुछ नहीं होता है, मेरा तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. आई एम लाइक, कीप ऑन गोइंग, यूज द टूल्स, कीप ऑन गोइंग. आई वाज आल्सो लाइक, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मेक माई सेल्फ रॉन्ग फॉर दिस, बिकॉज इसमें कुछ सही गलत नहीं है. इट्स अबाउट द पर्सन टू रिसीव. 5 सेशन, 6 सेशन, 7 सेशन, 8 सेशन हो गए. एंड शी इज लाइक, नथिंग इज हैपनिंग, नथिंग. आई स्टिल टोल्ड हर, कीप डूइंग इट. ये मैंने आपको क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं, यूज दीज क्लियरिंग्स, कीप डूइंग इट, लेट्स कीप डूइंग इट. 9th सेशन के बाद कोविड सेट इन. And then I lost touch with her for some few weeks. So after a month or so, I got in touch with her daughter and I asked, how is auntie doing? You know, she said, oh, I forgot to tell you, mummy is perfectly fine and happy now. Like उनकी medications भी बहुत कम हो गई हैं and she is like doing really well. I was like, COVID में? She said, yes, COVID में she's doing really well. So that's the thing, you know, these tools, they really work. It's how everyone receives them. वो कभी जल्दी, कभी कोई लेट, कोई किसी का कब होता है, but it just, you know, brings that journey. So that was my first step towards having confidence in myself and the tools also. Then एक मुझे और याद है, a client came to me, she came to me for a relationship issue and हमारे 3 सेशंस हो गए थे. So then she told me ki, you know, I want to tell you something. I said, what? She said, you know, I was having this nerve pain in my thigh for last 6 months, and the doctor said ki there is absolutely no medication for this. Like there is no treatment for this. You can just have to take painkillers, and then only you know, that will only give you relief. But iska koi treatment nahi hai, because this nerve pain is you know, why it is happening and all, we don't know. But she said after the 3rd session, she came for the 4th session, she said that pain has gone away. वो, she said I was waiting, 2 सेशन और मैंने वेट किए, वो 1st सेशन के बाद से गायब हो गया था. उसके बाद आया नहीं. So now I am telling you this. So that was something which was like very amazing to hear from a client. Then there was this एक मुझे और याद आती है, this lady, she had acidity issues. मतलब उसको इतना acidity होता था कि वो खिचड़ी भी खाए ना, then also she would go and vomit. She did all her tests, everything she did, nothing. The doctors could not find anything wrong in her. They said सब कुछ ठीक है, पर वो क्यों हो रहा है? They had no answers. So she came to me and she said कि 5 years back I had taken an access session, वो मुझे help किया था. But that time I thought कि ये supposedly बहुत costly है. So I went in for all of these things and I have not got relief anywhere. So now I'm coming to take a session again. And we cleared, turns out there were entities. We cleared the entities. And till date, I meet her while I'm walking in my society. And I keep asking her, and she's like, no, I'm fine. I can drink tea, I can have food, everything. I'm not puking, I'm not, you know, वो होता नहीं. And whatever tools you've given me, अगर मेरे को acidity होने भी लगती है, I start using those tools and then it just goes away. So That was amazing. Then I have this lady, with her parents I worked. So her parents were having terminal illnesses. I worked with her parents, and they had the ease of passing away. She worked on herself also because she was in so much of grief. In a same year, she lost her both her parents. She had migraine issues. वो सब में again the sessions they contributed to her, that she was so happy that both our daughters are now coming to me for so it's like three generations coming because
फैमिली हीलर हो गए हो आप. Like the family doctor, you are now family practitioner for energy for them.
yeah. So like this daughter is pregnant and she wants ease in birthing. तो वो है, the other daughter I was having relationship में कुछ issues, so she is coming. So it's like they for them it has brought so much ease. I can say that they keep, I mean, maximum number of clients they are referring for me. Let me tell you, I don't have to do anything. They refer for me and people come to me.
Uh, you've given examples about health and relationships and all. Uh, does access consciousness or even all these tools with access, do they work? How do they? I know for sure they work. How do they work well with money issues or even career related issues or professional life?
So see, everything is connected. Okay. Sometimes people come to us with money issues and we realize that it is actually a relationship issue, because money also, you also have a relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are having relationship issues somewhere, you will have relationship issues with money also. So once this is cleared, both the areas open up. So it's all interconnected also. Everything at the end, I would say, starts from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if your relationship with yourself, if you have not worked on it, your relationships outside are a mirror of your relationship with yourself. तो वो जो बाहर में problems दिख रही है ना, that is the problems you need to address inside. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you're attracting abusive people, so somewhere आपने अपने आप को, अपनी self worth को इतना गिरा रखा है, and you have gone into that victim energy that you're attracting those people in your life.
Who will
So
only
when you
victimize.
start working, yeah, so when you start working on your own self-worth, when you start working on your own getting out of that victim energy, that's when abuse goes away. So we say that the antidote to abuse is awareness. The moment you become self-aware, you will realize what is happening. अच्छा ये हो रहा है, this is how I'm being manipulated, oh this is what is happening. वो सारा कुछ क्लियर होने लग जाता है, अपनी बेवकूफियां दिखने लग जाती है, सामने वाले की बेवकूफियां दिखने लग जाती हैं, and then you can navigate.
Any such experiences you've had with any of the cases that you handled? जहाँ पे you know, so people come up with so many practical life issues.
Yeah.
क्या
So
होता है ना, कभी कभी हेल्थ भी इग्नोर कर जाते हैं लोग, रिलेशन भी ठीक है चलो वो बाद में देख लेंगे, बट मनी इज सच एरिया और इवन करियर इज वन सच एरिया जहाँ पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज अगर होना करना पड़े तो इट्स बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज इट्स डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट्स योर.
yeah, so okay, I can give you example of a client. With them, what had happened was they had been working in an organization for a long time, and they thought that this is where finally they will retire from. But one fine day, they were told to leave the job. Okay, after some 20 years in the organization, one fine day they were told to leave the job, and they came to me, and obviously it's like a shock to you. And after putting in so much, it's like, I was the one who started that department, I was the one who was doing this, and now they're telling me to go. So I said, okay, I will just give you one question. थोड़े time आप उस पे develop करो, which is the question is, what is right about this? He was not even willing to listen to that question. He said, how can anything be right about such a wrong thing? I said, that is the thing. Because आप इतनी wrongness में चले गए हो, हमें आपको पहले neutralize करना पड़ेगा by seeing what is right, and that's when you will be able to move beyond such situation. If you are going in that wrongness, now you have the choice. ठीक है, बैठ जाओ आप, रो, डिप्रेशन में चले जाओ कि मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, and this is happening, and they people did to this to me and all. Okay, you will go in that spiral. लेकिन क्या होगा? Is that creating your life in any manner? Is it helping you in any manner? यू से नो ये हो गया, वो हो गया, बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? आपकी लाइफ तो बढ़ ही रही है ना, लाइफ आगे चल रही है। तो क्या हो रहा है? कुछ नया आ रहा है, कुछ कर रहे हो, क्रिएशन हो रहा है? नहीं हो रहा है, क्योंकि सारी एनर्जी आपकी रोने में चली जा रही है, सारी एनर्जी उसमें चली जा रही है कि मेरे साथ इतना बड़ा गलत हो गया। सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज मेक्स प्रैक्टिकल सेंस कि आप नाउ स्टार्ट रिसीविंग फ्रॉम दिस सिचुएशन। सो व्हेन आई एम आस्किंग यू दिस क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज राइट अबाउट दिस, ask yourself, 100 बार पूछो, 1000 बार पूछो, and something will show up. And then they came to me after a few days and they said, you know what, you're so right. मेरा तो इस जॉब में मन लग ही नहीं रहा था, मैं अपने आप को काट काट के छोटा बना दिया था कि ये लोग जो जो कर रहे हैं मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है, एंड आई डू नॉट वांट टू डू दिस टू माय क्लाइंट्स, सो आई वाज नॉट इवन टेकिंग प्रमोशंस, आई हैड जस्ट कट माई सेल्फ कि मैं इस लेवल पे काम करते रहूंगा। ओके, सो आई सेड नाउ लुक एट इट दिस वे, जो चीज आप उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सजेस्ट कर रहे थे करने का, is it possible for you to do it on your own now?
Mhm.
And then he said, yeah, why not? And then they started their own startup. They did that.
Yeah.
They were on those principles which they were propagating in their organization, which they couldn't implement because organizations may, there are a lot of things about making profits and this and that. So you end up going little in the unethical directions also. So they said, yeah, fine, I will do this. And they started their own startup. And today, I think it's been 4 years now, and they're doing really well. They have how many? I mean, maybe 5, 6 employees, and they're making money and sustaining themselves and actually being happy with what they're doing. So
The way I
that's
would like to put it is आपने उनको शायद संकट में संधि ढूँढने का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू नया एक ओपन अप कर दिया शायद से।
so it's yeah. So I mean, I would say कि देखो, ultimately choose तो उन्होंने ही किया है, काम उन्होंने ही किया है. We
The
are just
awareness was
facilitators.
yes.
हम आपको नज कर सकते हैं कि देखो ये पॉसिबिलिटी भी है, वो
हुँ, हुँ।
चूज आपको करनी है। अल्टीमेटली उन्होंने चूज करी, उस पे इम्प्लीमेंट किया, तो उनकी वो सारा चेंज हो गया सिचुएशन। नहीं तो दे कुड हैव गॉन इनटू डिप्रेशन, दे वर इन दैट मेंटल स्टेट।
And 4 years ago that was the situation with many. It was the
या
toughest time.
कोविड के बाद
Good.
जस्ट इमीडिएटली।
Very true. Well, so two things I want to touch upon. एक तो आपने एसिडिटी और एंटिटीज के बारे में जो भी कहा उसके बारे में मुझे और डिटेल सुनना है, बट बिफोर दैट एक्सेस कॉन्शियसनेस ये जो मोडालिटी है ना, विद ऑल दीज एक्सपीरियंसेस यू मेंशन कपल ऑफ टूल्स विच यू यूज, तो उस टूल्स के बारे में, उन टूल्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए। विद एक्सेस कॉन्शियसनेस मोडालिटी कौन कौन से टूल्स आप फैसिलिटेट करती हैं और कौन क्या क्या सीख सकते हैं लोग विद एक्सेस कॉन्शियसनेस?
Okay. So Access में right now I am facilitating bars and I'm facilitating the 3.5 days foundation. उसके अलावा we have a facelift है, and we have talk to the entities and we have joy of business. ऐसे हमारे बहुत सारे modality, I mean classes और हैं जो आप कर सकते हैं. So what I am doing, I can tell you about that. So bars, I believe people have done bars here, or
Most of
there are
yes.
new people also. So just very shortly, what bars does is it just opens up your receivings. हमने अभी बात करी थी ना fixed point of view से blockages कैसे होते हैं, तो ये blockages को bars हटाता है. Very simply put, this is what it does. And the most amazing thing about bars, I would say, is it works on 3 levels. It works on your physical level, it works on your neurological level, and it works on your psychological level simultaneously at the same time. I mean, when they mapped brain of a person getting bars, they found out कि within half an hour आपकी जो brain waves है इतनी slow down करके वो beta waves में आ गए हैं. ये beta waves तब होती हैं जब आप बहुत deep meditation करते हो. And it's not possible, like I have seen people like me, for it is not possible for everyone to do meditation. So this is another way to get all the benefits of meditation without just half an hour to 45 minutes. Get your bars run, you're getting all those benefits. At the same time physical level में आपके aches, pains, migraines, insomnia, जो ये सब चीजों में it helps. On the neurological level आपके patterns break हो जाते हैं, concentration, memory, creativity में help करता है. On the psychological level, anxiety, depression, ADHD, autism, OCD, इन सब चीजों में it helps. So simultaneously it is working on 3 levels, and it's giving you the benefits.
Liberating you totally.
Yeah, totally, yes, it is helping you. But then at the end of the day, it is your choice. If you wish to change it, because क्या होता है वो करने के बाद भी people want to go back to their fixed point of views because
Own
वो
story.
आपका comfort zone लगता है. But धीरे धीरे, that's how that is why we say कि आप at least 7 sessions लो या 5, 6 sessions लो, so that वो pattern breaking final हो जाए, like long term आपको effect मिले. That is there. Then facelift, I would say facelift is a beautiful process, body process है again, जिसमें आप normal इस reality में facelift क्या होता है कि आपका face के ऊपर और neck and eyes and skin पे काम करते हैं to make you look younger. But हम यहाँ पर हम facelift में भी again we are working on the physical, energetic and mental level.
Okay.
All the 3 levels. हम आपके points of view about aging clear करते हैं. हम आपके energetic body में जो stuck है about एज रिलेटेड एनीथिंग, टीनेज में एज रिलेटेड एक्ने हो सकता है, मेनोपॉज के लिए हो सकता है, पीरियड्स के लिए हो सकता है, बैक पेन ड्यूरिंग चाइल्ड बर्थ, एनीथिंग पीपल हैव benefited in so many manners. So age से जो भी related है, hair, skin, body, everything it works on. These are these beautiful 14 energies we work with, जो आपकी body and energetic body को affect करते हैं. And like Gary says कि अगर आपने 20 times facelift करा लिया ना, that changes become permanent.
Wonderful.
So that is about facelift. Then you want me to talk to the entities. So entity world, agar aap dekho, so spirit world has always been a mystical world. Talk to the entities just simplifies everything. Uska clear mandate hai. Clear, communicate, cooperate with entities. That's it. That's all you need to do with entities. Wo frills, adjectives, hoo-ha, shoo-sha, nothing. It is very peaceful, very simple. There are entities who are present, either they are there because they don't know that they have to move on, so you clear them. Then there are entities who are here because for a specific purpose they got left behind. You get that messages, communicate with them, you clear them. Then there are entities which are not entities from who have come from the human form. So they are spirit, the beings of light बोल लो, आपके spirit guides बोल लो, ये जो भी, who are here to just support you in your journey. You receive from them, you cooperate with them, your life expands. That's all talk to the entities is about. It makes everything very simplified. And at the end of the day, I would say 2 things it helps on. One, आपकी awareness को बहुत बढ़ाती है, because in this world you are only working with awareness. आप देख नहीं रहे हो. आपकी awareness को, so your body, your awareness is the one which is leading you. तो वो बहुत skill sharpen हो जाती है. वो इस world में भी आपको help करती है, because your psychic abilities just go up.
Right.
Okay. And second thing is that it's like so much peace. Like tomorrow, if I were to become an entity, if there was someone who's able to communicate, I would feel so much in gratitude to them कि at least मेरी problem तो समझ रहे हैं.
करने की कोशिश.
There's nothing else, and you are empowered because you are the most dominant entity. आपके ऊपर कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता जब तक कि आप वो permission ना, consciously, unconsciously. You just have to be aware of that. So you are the most dominant entity.
Wow, that's a very different दुनिया altogether. I can say कि normally इनके बारे में डरना यही सिखाया जाता है. So entities या anything that is
Fear
not
is just
human,
keeping you away
consider.
from your capacity. Sorry, Yoginni, I spoke over you. But fear is just there to keep you from your capacity, your superpower. वो बोलते हैं ना डर के आगे जीत है. ये डर के आगे आपकी capacity है.
Lovely, lovely. That's a very interesting point of view, and I'm sure many got clicked with it. डर के आगे जीत है. Yeah, entities के बारे में तो definitely this shows up. Before we speak about foundation and your mediumship, I would also want to know, because वो topic totally अलग tangent पे चले जाएगा. Money workbook workshop that you conduct. Now,
Yes.
why is it important to work with money, and how can that help people to?
Okay, so first thing I would like to tell you guys कि आपको ये मतलब एक कहानी सुनाती हूँ rather कि access आया कैसे. So the whole thing of bars, access bars and the money workbook, this thing was channeled by Gary from the Russian monk Rasputin. So bars was not there in this world till Gary channeled it. So the first class of bars was Gary channeling Raz and he telling how to do it. So in fact, after the class, Gary also didn't know. He was asking people ki kya bola, because he wouldn't remember what he channeled. So that and the money workbook were channeled by Gary from Rasputin. So it's actually the workbook में भी आप देखोगे तो उसमें Raz लिखा हुआ है, because Raz is speaking, it's not Gary speaking. So these are the two I would say skeletals on which the whole of Access Consciousness is built. So over 30 years in दो blocks पे पूरा Access Consciousness built हुआ है. So you can imagine how powerful the money workbook is, because it is not just about money. See, actually there is no distinction: relationships, money, career, job, body, it's all interconnected. And it's all about your relationship with money that also affects other relationships. It also is a way of you showing up, you growing as a spiritual being. That helps you have ease with money also. So the whole workbook is in such a manner that they have 10 questions जो Raz ने बोले हैं, and then you work on your points of view with those questions. So Gary says कि अगर ये आप हर 6 महीने करते रहो तो like you will just completely change your money situation. And it's not necessary that you have to do it with a CF only. Few times you do it with a CF, and then आप अपने आप भी you all can get together and just work on those questions. वो workbook की तरह है, तो आप वो questions को आप अपने points of view को clear कर सकते हो. So I would definitely say कि money workbook is a very very strong tool that we have, because वो किस तरह से आपको affect करता है आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा, because it in clearing just about money, you're clearing in your relationship area, your job area, your body area, your own development of self. All of that is getting cleared up.
Yeah. Yeah. So then there are bars, there is Facelift, there is TTT, money workbook, and then there is foundation, which kind of covers encompasses everything, or most of it, I can say.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Ask you about your experience with foundation.
Oh,
And
sure.
then I will talk about the.
Sure. So when I did my foundation, that was maybe around 8 or 9 months ago.
Yeah.
And frankly speaking, the first experience, the first encounter was so overwhelming कि मुझे लगा था कि मुझे कुछ नहीं समझा है. मतलब सब समझ भी रहा है बट कुछ नहीं समझ रहा है, ऐसा वाला कोई एक कहीं पे तो थीम है. But I started using the tools that you have taught me. I have done my foundation with you. Thanks. And what else is possible with that? But last 8, 9 months, I have seen myself transforming with the speed of light, maybe. The kind of changes, the kind of shifts that I see in my own thinking pattern. जो पहले actually the way you use the word रोडा, ऐसे बहुत सारे obviously we all carry all of the हर एक का अपना अपना चिट्ठा होता ही है, तो वैसे मेरे भी थे. In last 9 months, I have been able to release most of my blocking point of views, or whatever I had about my relationships. I have been able to forgive people big time. I have been able to forgive my own self also big time, because there was one question that we spoke also about, what is right about this. So foundation, it actually formed foundation for my own new version of my own self, जहाँ पे I started opening up myself about lot of possibilities, and that is how I have been creating my reality also. So that's what has been my journey. But as a facilitator now, I would like to understand कि ये कैसे हुआ और what is foundation.
Yes, thank you, Yogini. You actually touched on all the points I would have said. So let me put it in my words now. So foundation basically is 3.5 days of intensively working on yourself. So I tell people, you walk in as someone, when you walk out as you. Because you get so much closer. वो जो इतना सारा बीच में हमारे layers है, which prevents us from being ourselves, starts melting away, starts going away. It's basically systematic breakdown of all your fixed point of views on which your life is based today. तो समझो कोई बिल्डिंग अगर है, उसका एक फाउंडेशन, फिक्स्ड फाउंडेशन होता है, उस पे वो बिल्डिंग बन सकती है. हमने वो फाउंडेशन हम आपकी लाइफ का खत्म कर देते हैं। अब क्या पॉसिबल है? जरूरी नहीं सिर्फ वही बिल्डिंग बनेगी, कुछ भी बन सकता है। हम बंगलो भी बना सकते हैं, हम पैलेस भी बना सकते हैं, हम मैंशन भी बना सकते हैं। एनीथिंग इज पॉसिबल नाउ, बिकॉज वो फिक्स्डनेस हमने जो एक रिजिडिटी थी हमने वो आपकी खत्म कर दी। So now you are able to play with everything. You are able to, create the life you desire. जो हम एक्सेस को एनर्जी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मोडालिटी बताते हैं, what does transformation mean? It just means that you are putting your energy into creating something greater for you. So all about what is ये सही है ये गलत है, वहां से आप हट गए हो, you are going beyond that to what will create greater for me and others. And that expansion of energy in your whole life, that expansion is like you are, you are on your path of spiritual evolvement totally. Like in my point of view, my theory, I have this thing that when you are on this world, you have to grow as a person. If your graph is not growing like this, और आप ऐसे चल रहे हो, तो यूनिवर्स को इंटरवीन करना पड़ता है. इट हैज टू नच यू. नहीं सुनते हो आप तो थप्पड़ पड़ता है. नहीं सुनते हो द रूफ्स विल क्रैश ऑन यू. अब तो आपको बदलना ही पड़ेगा. So now you learn a lesson from it. You work hard, you work on yourself, you grow. The moment you've learned your lesson, वो आपके patterns break हो जाते हैं. Because now you're out of it into the next part of growth. तो ये जो ग्राफ है ना, अगर आप ये पहले ये शुरू हो जाओ या फाउंडेशन से, मैंने आई वुड से ये आपकी स्पीड 100x कर देता है. So you are on this journey. There is no destination with consciousness. It's always a journey of expansion and growth. Important thing is to start that journey. It's not कि आप कहाँ हो. That doesn't matter. Because each of us is unique. Each of us has their own journey. I cannot compare my journey with Yoginni. Yoginni cannot compare her journey with, say, Vijaya or anyone. We all have our own paths and our own journey. Or everything is as per how we create with our energy. So I would say get on this path. It is the most beautiful journey you will experience, because life, पूरी जो नजरिया है आपका लाइफ को देखने का, लिविंग का, everything changes. And it's like you are like, earlier I used to wake up with aches and pains and irritated कि oh god another day अभी क्या करना है. Now when I wake up I'm light. I wake up like, okay, what can I create today? It's so exciting to be alive. वो सब कुछ चला गया. So that's the thing, that joy is back in my life. That purpose is back in my life. The purpose is to grow. That's all. We are not come here to just suffer. We've come here to experience this abundance of this planet. So if you are not experiencing it, you are creating all of that. So transform your energy from trauma, pain, suffering to creation. And that is the highest high of life that you can have. No spirits, the other spirits can't help you to get that high.
With reference to foundation, whoever is listening to us right now, या जिनको जो बाद में भी YouTube पे ये पॉडकास्ट देखेंगे, उनके लिए स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट क्या हो सकता है विद रेफरेंस टू ऑफ कोर्स एक्सेस कॉन्शियसनेस व्हिच इज द मोडालिटी वी बोथ हैव चोजन. उनके लिए स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट क्या हो सकता है? What should be their
Okay.
first step into this
Starting, the first step obviously is access bars. Once you have done bars, a lot of things open up for you. You can go for a TT, you can go for a foundation. लेकिन foundation जो है वो funnel जैसा है. मतलब पहले आपने bars किया, foundation करिए, then a lot of thing opens up for you. Earlier I used to be like कि क्यों ऐसा है? But इस बार when I was doing my mediumship course, I realized कि why that is so important. Because it's like it clears you up totally from your barricades and from your own points of views, and वो जो आपका जो layers हैं वो हट जाते हैं. You become like a clean channel. And that is the spiritual evolvement you need for being in with any of the other modalities, with anything. Say for even with TT, it will help you. with your bars practice it will help you, with my mediumship it is helping me. It is like वो basis हो जाता है. Now if do you want me to steer towards mediumship right now, because it's just
Sure.
going organically?
Yes. Please.
Okay, so what is mediumship? So when I was connecting with the spirit world, with talk to the entities, mediumship started organically happening for me. Like clients were coming to me and I was getting messages from their loved ones, which I was delivering to them, but I had no idea how it is done. I didn't know कि ये मतलब मैं कर भी रही हूँ या ये मेरी imagination है या क्या है. You know, all of those doubts, everything was there in me. And that is why I steered towards this course of mediumship, which I'm so glad I did, because it opened up so much for me. So now I understand is now what is a medium. अगर आपने साइंस पढ़ा है, तो when light falls, it is a straight ray that goes. But if there is a medium in between, the light refracts. Angle of refraction is directly proportional to the density of the medium. तो मतलब अगर आप इसको समझिए कि स्पिरिट वर्ल्ड से आपके मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं, यू आर द मीडियम. अगर आप डेंस हो तो वो मैसेजेस को आप डिस्टॉर्ट करते जाओगे. बट इफ यू आर ट्रांसपेरेंट, दैट इज यू आर अ क्लीन चैनल, वो मैसेजेस लीस्ट डिस्टॉर्ट होते हैं. So, and how do you become a clean channel? Is when you have worked on your spiritual development, when you have worked on yourself, when you have done away with things those were hampering you, done away with judgments, done away with points of views, done away with, like, जो हम बोलते हैं ना कि it's like you come to a place where you have no point of view about anything. So no point of view does not mean that you will not have a point of view. No point of view means no fixed point of views. आज मैं इस चीज को पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अगर आप मैं एक्सप्लेन करूं तो क्या है, मैं यहाँ खड़ी हूँ, मुझे योगिनी दिख रही है, योगिनी वहां बैठी है, उसे मैं दिख रही हूँ. तो दैट इज अ पॉइंट ऑफ रेफरेंस, दिस इज माय पॉइंट ऑफ रेफरेंस. नाउ इफ आई डोंट फिक्स माय पॉइंट ऑफ रेफरेंस, व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट आई हैव? आई कैन व्यू इट स्फेरिकली, कहीं से भी मैं देख सकती हूँ और जहां से सबसे अच्छा है मैं उसे पिकअप कर लूं. बट इफ आई एम फिक्स्ड, आई विल ओनली सी वन पिक्चर. And that is what is spherical awareness. That is what is awareness. That is what is energy giving the information. ये सब चीज आपको हासिल तब होगी जब आप फिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हटोगे. आज केक खाया, केक इज गुड. अब उसको हमने प्रोग्राम बना दिया, जब भी केक मिलता है केक इज गुड, चाहे वो अच्छा हो बुरा हो, हम वी आर नॉट प्रेजेंट टू इट. बट इफ यू डोंट हैव अ फिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, तो आज केक खाया अच्छा लगा, कल केक खाया यार ये अच्छा नहीं था, थोड़ा सा स्टेल था, पता चल जाएगा. परसों खाया, ओ दिस इज सो फ्रेश, दिस इज सो लाइवली, दिस इज सो गुड, पता चल जाएगा. इन एवरी मोमेंट यू आर प्रेजेंट. यू डोंट हैव एनी प्रोग्राम रनिंग, नो ऑटो पायलट्स. जब इस सब से आप हट जाते हो, यू बिकम अ ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम. सो इन दिस जर्नी फॉर mediumship, my foundation tools help like anything, because where people were getting stuck, I had the tools to clear myself.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It just complemented each other beautifully.
Okay. So if they want to start a journey with their healing experience or their energy experience, probably this can be the path for
I would say कि definitely consider foundation sometime in your life. It is just going to speed up your spiritual evolvement.
That's very true. I'm the personal evidence for that.
We
Absolutely.
all have personal evidences. I would say my life today and versus 7 years back, zameen aasmaan ka fark hai.
Very true.
Everything in every aspect, be it money, be it relationships, be it my body. I had varicose veins, I had endometriosis, I had so many things, because when I was not having ease with my body, I was creating a disease. See, create you will in any situation. We are always creating, and that is our capacity, that is our superpower. But आप उसको कैसे यूज कर रहे हो, वो आपको एनर्जी बताएगी. If you are not aware of your energy, of what energy you're being in every moment of the time, then you are getting इधर से उधर, मतलब pushed by everything. But when you are aware of the energy, you know your flow. You know कि वेव कब राइड होने वाली है, हम उस वेव पे राइड करेंगे. You are like that drop that rides the wave, not like that drop that drowns in the ocean. Have you heard of that Rumi saying that you are the drop and the ocean simultaneously? मुझे कभी समझ ही नहीं आता था कि मतलब क्या है.
कैसे हो सकता है.
Now I get it, that we are that drop, but do you want to be that wave which is right? Do you want to ride that wave, or do you want to drown in that wave? That choice is with you always.
Okay. You mentioned with this journey, you said that now you have arrived at mediumship and you've chosen that in your life
Yeah.
now. So obviously, we all are eager to hear that experience also. So to begin with, my first question is going to be real life Hogwarts का experience कैसा था? You went to Britain Arthur Findlay College.
Yeah, that I think again is like when you follow the energy, it's like, everything, puzzle pieces ki tarah, everything fits up and it creates a beautiful picture. So for me, December of 2022, I got this energy that I have to do something with the spirit world. So because I was with Access, I became a TTE facilitator in 2022 December. And 23 Jan, I lost my dad. And the way he went was a little traumatic for me. And I would say that I am still grieving. It's been 1.5 years, but I'm still grieving. So, mediumship is somewhere that brings that peace into your grief. I would say. Arthur Findlay College, yes, I would say Hogwarts of this reality, like I told you, is because that world was so different. Like we were a group of 80 people from all over the world, Australia, America, Canada, France, you name it, which country. We were all there. And everyone experiencing the same things. So that, kind of bonded us so much. And it again built our trust in each other and ourselves about, yes, what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing, what I'm saying, what I'm feeling is not imagination. We could distinguish the mind and the being and get messages from the spirit world that when we are connected to. So that is the training we got basically, is to how to distinguish also, and how you need to work on yourself. And that's when I realized that had I not done Access, had I not done the foundation, the other classes of Access, today I would not have been here in this journey. It would have taken me a long time to reach there, because mediumship was something which called me from childhood, but I would never look at it because हमारे इतने points of views हैं. Oh, नाम सुनते ही, like, oh, what is this? You think of a medium who is like एक dark room में बैठी है with crystals and beads and all of that stuff. And again, that has all changed, because this is the Renaissance period of mediumship. Initial mediumship was all about, proving that there is life after death. But now it is not about proving that. That's a taken. We are moving forward. So it's moving out of the rooms, it's moving out of the closed doors, it's moving into the open. So we were even doing readings in the open with with trees, with plants, with animals, with everything we were connecting.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a different experience, very different experience. That, and whatever I had read in the books about mediumship was that was all old school. The new school is very different, very simple. Again, I felt that, this is the axis of mediumship that
Mm-hmm.
has come up.
Oh,
So
okay.
it made it so simple. It made it so simple. Again, they simplified it. I didn't have to sit hours in meditation. I didn't have to do a prayer. I didn't have to do anything. It's just about working on yourself, developing yourself, and being with the spirit world.
Okay, lovely. So, when I heard about this for the first time, evidential mediumship, I was under impression that you will be connecting with, more or less like humans without body or I mean,
Huh.
heroes. But you mentioned about surroundings also, plans, and so does that enable you now, or does that help you acknowledge your ability to connect with all of your surroundings now?
Yeah, so it's like this, that you have spirits of nature also. So and a tree has its own life. I mean, we know plants are living that way, animals are living that way. So everyone has a spirit of their own. So you're just connecting them to enable you to reach the spirit world. So it's a different way, so there are different paths to go there. So this is one of the ways now it is evolving. Also, evidential mediumship, as before going to the college, I used to think that, oh, you can call whoever you want and then you can talk to them and all, which I realized was again a lot of points of views I had. So evidential mediumship is when you do a spirit reading for someone. Whoever chooses to come will come. You cannot choose who is going to come, first thing.
Okay.
whoever is available will show up, and then they through our body, through our feelings, through our emotions, through your clairvoyance, you are able to give them evidence, like, this is the person, I feel they are this kind of person, they look in this manner, they this is their personality, this is the memory that they are showing me. That's when they identify who the spirit is. It could be a grandfather, it could be a father, it could be a brother, it could be an uncle, it could be anyone. That's how you help them identify the spirit, and then you get the message for them. So at the end of the day, I would say mediumship like got me to realize that, one, it was healing for both the spirit world and this world, because for them to connect with their loved ones, give their messages, is healing. For the person who is here to receive those messages is healing. And for you as a medium, you are developing yourself, seeing grief with such close quarters, that again is healing for you, because it is bringing so much peace to everyone. And for your own, it is actually all your ancestors are coming. It is a healing of your ancestral line. Mediumship is actually healing your ancestral line. That is what I really got to know.
In a way, it brings closure to all
Yeah.
those are
Yes,
involved in it,
yes.
right?
See,
It's so
grief is something
beautiful.
which is always going to be there with you. Navigating grief is very difficult. I know for myself, because I've lost a parent and I'm still grieving about him. When I connected, when people were doing spirit readings on me and he showed up in those readings, I cannot tell you the amount of peace that I felt. I mean, that nothing can get me to experience that. So, yeah, I mean, it's healing for everyone. It's peace. It's, again, your ancestors get a chance to break their patterns, because you, अगर आप हम देखें तो हम उनका अंश हमारे साथ हमेशा चलता रहता है. So somewhere someone needs to break that pattern, and then things can show up differently. So that's a beautiful thing again.
Lovely. So, while you are sharing this experience with us, I have opened the chat section for questions from participants. I'm hopeful, Shagun, we have for about 10 minutes more for participant questions with you.
Sure, sure.
So, the first question, someone is
The
willing to.
chat is open if you want to ask your questions.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm receiving the questions. I'll read it out to you, and maybe we can, take it.
If you want to show up, okay, okay.
Yeah. So the first question is, can anyone learn mediumship, and how? What is there any eligibility criteria, or do you teach about this, or how to go about it? Yes.
Sorry for all the glitches, but this usually happens when we talk about the spirits. They always want to show their presence. So we respect that, and we move forward with that. So basically, I was saying with mediumship, I am a novice. So teaching right now, not at all. I am practicing it. Secondly, it's like this, that we all have that capacity, but किसी में कम होती है, किसी में ज्यादा होती है. It's all about recognizing that. It's like this, हम सबके पैर हैं. क्या हम सब runners बन जाते हैं? हम सब runner बन सकते हैं, but क्या हम सब बन जाते हैं? So it's again recognizing that ability of yours, कि ये capacity हम में है या नहीं, and you will know it. वो आ जाता है अपने आप. मेरे तो organically आया when I was running bars for people. I could connect with their loved ones, and I was just telling them messages. I would describe them, कि this is the person, and it would turn out, yeah, this is my husband, or this is my who I have lost. So it just came organically, and then I also wanted to have that peace with my dad. So all of these contributed to me to going for it, because mediumship, I think, by since childhood has always called me. So somewhere this knowing in me was there, that I have this capacity. And going to the college, doing the course, actually also made me aware of my own capacities. Oh, this is also possible with, I can do this also. They made us play a lot of games, psychic games, and practice बहुत हमने करी. So which like kind of built that trust in yourself about it. And it's all about practicing then.
Mm-hmm. So, like you said, that probably preparing the foundation for self and then going ahead with these kind of abilities or exploring this
Yeah.
can
In
be.
my opinion, I'm just saying personal opinion. I would say, yes, if you can prepare yourself and then move with different things, it will always aid in your journey. So if you have not worked on yourself, you are not able to progress in these fields also. So
Mhm.
it's very important to, like I said, no, mediumship में जैसे if you are a dense medium, आप messages को distort करते जाओगे. It will not be, that clear. But if you're a transparent medium, the messages will be less distorted. Angle of refraction कम हो जाता है. So that's so if the more you have worked on yourself, the more these things come to you, the more ease it is with these things. And the better you will be able to, work with the spirits.
Okay. The next question I can see in the, so I'm just clubbing the questions.
Okay.
Next question I can see in the chat box is how to go about this foundation course and TTTE course.
Okay.
So
So
anything.
for foundation as well as for TTE, both the things, the prerequisite is access bars. So if you've done a bars class, single one bars class, you are eligible to do the talk to the entities or foundation. But in the foundation, there is a big portion on entities and entity clearing. So basic जो होता है, the skeletal that you require.
Oh.
So that is also covered and it's in detail.
Mhm.
काफी detail में है in the foundation also. So if you want to get a feel of talk to the entities also, foundation अगर आप करोगी तो वहां भी आपको मिल जाता है पूरा feel.
Okay.
And
Any.
then TT expands on it. So you get to know, okay, this is something that I wish to do. आपको वो foundation में भी पता चल जाएगा. Foundation any which ways is going to help you with your spiritual development. So if you, this is how I went about it and it helped me.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, you will know better for yourself. Just go with your knowing, I would say.
Uh, so for all of you all who are listening to this, foundation is 3.5 days course, and that happens at a stretch in those.
Yeah, in fact, I will be having one in November and one in January.
Yeah.
So if anybody is interested, you all can
We
always
all
get in
can
touch with me.
connect. Sure thing. Uh, mm, and then we can speak about the TTT course. I mean, then we can choose the TTT course for those who want to go ahead, or the spiritual mediumship, or even there would be, I mean, I'm sure there would be thousands of opportunities or possibilities would open up after we do some self work, like
Yeah.
you said.
So foundation is definitely working on yourself. That
Mm-hmm.
no other class will do. I mean, the biggest change, that the shift that I saw in my life happened from foundation, where I decided I will become a CF
Mm-hmm.
after doing the foundation class. And that shifted the whole trajectory of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I chose to become a CF, it was like people told me that तुम तो bars facilitator भी नहीं बनी हो and you want to become a CF. And I was like, I don't know, but I just want to become. And I followed that trajectory. Immediately COVID set in. So the advantage was that जो classes in person करनी थी, for the first advanced class, that was choice of possibilities, which you do with the founders. I had traveled to Rome. उसके बाद सब कुछ online हो गया. So I could just finish it, and within 9-10 months, I became a CF.
CF is Certified Facilitator
Certified
Access
facilitator, yes.
Consciousness.
Yeah, that is the highest you can go and see in
Highest you can
access.
do in access.
Then it is all the advanced class are taken by the founders and the other advanced facilitators.
Awesome. Awesome. There is one question in chat box which I find it very interesting. कि you said that universe जब तक आप सीखते नहीं हो आपको थप्पड़ देता रहेगा. So वो क्या है और क्यों पड़ती है? Someone wants to know about that.
it is the course correction for you to go on your growth path. अगर आप grow नहीं कर रहे हो, आपने life अपने ग्राफ ऐसा बना लिया है कि मेरे को तो सब पता है, I don't need to work on myself, अभी सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है and all, वो ठीक नहीं चल रहा होता है, because ये trajectory नहीं आ रही है. तो अब यहाँ पर आपको थप्पड़ पड़ा, कुछ something fell on. For example, the example I gave of that corporate guy who lost his job, because now he had to change his energy to come to business, from a job to a business, और वो उसका पाथ था आगे का. तो जब तक वो नहीं आ रहा था तो यूनिवर्स वो उसको वहां पर सारे सिग्नल्स मिल रहे थे. व्हेन ही लुक्ड बैक, ही सेड यस 2 years बैक आई हैड लेफ्ट द जॉब. मैंने तो उनको वो भी दे दिया था, लेटर भी दे दिया था, उन्होंने पकड़ के मुझे वापस कर लिया. फिर 6 महीने बाद मैंने दिया, फिर उन्होंने वापस कर लिया. फिर मैंने सोचा कि चलो मैं यही बन के रह जाता हूँ यहाँ पर, मैं अपना आँख बंद करके काम करूँगा, इनको जो करना है करने दो। सो maybe at that time if he had left the job, something else would have showed up. बट अगर नहीं सीखा तो फिर यूनिवर्स को वो उसके ऊपर रूफ गिराना पड़ा। अब जॉब गई आपकी, यू एक्चुअली मैनिफेस्टेड एनर्जेटिकली, आपने जॉब छोड़ दी थी 2 साल पहले, फिर वो फिजिकल एक्चुअलाइज़ेशन हुआ 2 साल बाद, जहाँ उन्होंने आपको निकाल दिया। दे आर जस्ट मीडियम्स, दे आर नॉट द प्रॉब्लम। द प्रॉब्लम इज़ आपने अपने विस्पर्स या आपने एनर्जी को नहीं सुना। यू डिड नॉट कैच इट। सो दैट इज़ हाउ द हाउ इट शोड अप वाज़ वेरी इतना ग्लेयरिंग। बट उस ग्लेयरिंग में डोंट लूज़ साइट, बिकॉज़ एवरीथिंग देयर इज़ समथिंग टू रिसीव इन इट। द गुड, द बैड, द अगली, ब्यूटीफुल, हर चीज़ में कुछ ना कुछ रिसीविंग है। द मोमेंट यू रिसीव इट, एनर्जी स्टार्ट्स फ्लोइंग, एंड दैट्स ऑल वी हैव टू डू इज़ टू कीप फ्लोइंग द एनर्जी। कहीं उसको रोकना नहीं है। जब अभी ये भी होता है कि हमने कुछ शुरू किया, कुछ अच्छा हो गया, ओह! मैंने कर लिया, आई हैव गॉट द मुझे मिल गया ये फ़ॉर्मूला मुझे मिल गया। नहीं, देयर इज़ नो फ़ॉर्मूला। दैट्स वेयर इट स्टॉप्स। आपकी सेल्स बंद हो जाती हैं फिर। या आपने जो भी कर रहे हो वहाँ पर वो रुक जाता है, वो बढ़ नहीं रहा है क्योंकि आपने डिसाइड किया दिस इज़ द बेस्ट थिंग। पर इसके बियॉन्ड भी तो कुछ है। कीप मूविंग, दैट्स लाइफ। कीप फ्लोइंग, कीप फ्लोइंग द एनर्जी इन एवरी डायरेक्शन, इन एवरी मैनर। दैट्स द होल
Way
पर्पस।
of saying it. Lovely. So I hope the person who asked this question has
Got
found
the
the
answer.
answer. Uh, so about spiritual world connections, you already explained that you can connect with not just human or non-human beings. You can connect with all of your surroundings. That includes trees, animals, and you
Yeah.
can receive and give inputs.
Yeah. So I have like also had experiences with dogs. I am not a dog lover, but I'm indifferent to them now. Earlier I used to get scared and this and that till a dog of my friend somehow, I mean, I would the dog knew me and I would never let it come very close to me, बस हाँ hi hello करके छोड़ देती थी। But that day it would just come and sit on me and वो जाए ना, मेरे लैप पे ही बैठा रहा वो। So it just came to me that probably he needs some healing or some this thing, and I did some body process on him, which is another class of access, is body processes class. I did some body processes on him. I got the knowing that he was going through trauma because मेरी friend का उसी समय separation हुआ था. She had got divorced. So the husband was in a different house, she was in a different house, and the dog was with her. And वो miss कर रहा था उसको भी, husband को भी miss कर रहा था because उसको तो आदत था पूरी family के साथ रहने का. So it was going through that trauma, and I like when I put my hands on him, like for the next half an hour, I was just crying. Like tears were just flowing out of my eyes, and I realized कि this little baby needs that. उसके बाद वो उसका आधा घंटा हुआ, वो अपने आप उठा, and then he's not even looking at me. These animals have so much knowing, they have so much knowing. They know किससे क्या उनको मिल सकता है. It's so everything, on this planet has life, is a being, is somewhere, has a spirit in them. So that's the thing.
Uh, this brings me to one last question of the session, and then we will definitely
Yeah,
wind
I
up.
think we
We
have
will all
overshot
end.
because of my
No, but
Wi-Fi issues too.
so you mentioned that you ran some body processes, which is to be done in person,
Yeah.
and you also went to Arthur Finley College to learn from there. So learning something in person and through online platforms, you have experienced both the things,
Yes.
right? So just last one bit, because someone wants to know if it is possible to learn these things online instead of reaching out in person. So what's the difference, and what should be the preferred choice?
It's totally up to you. It's like this कि कुछ लोगों को books physical form में पढ़ना पसंद है. Some can read it online also. It's your personal choice. If you feel you can receive from an online class, that's again fine. If you feel that you can only receive when you're sitting in person, that's your choice. Because again, that's our point of views and that's the way we will receive. So for me, I am indifferent. For me, I have to learn. वो online मिलता है तो online, offline मिलता है तो offline. But yes, I would say I do enjoy offline because offline में क्या होता है ना, that human touch is there. You get to meet participants. Like today, we were 80 participants from all over the country, and I meet such lovely friends. So we were put in groups. तो वो एक ग्रुप बन गया, फिर हमारा खुद का एक टेबल ग्रुप बन गया जहाँ हम बैठ के खाना खाते थे साथ में, वो ग्रुप बन गया. देन माय ओन रूममेट, आई मीन वुड यू बिलीव माय रूममेट वाज फ्रॉम अमेरिका एंड her age was 68 years. So one thing that again opened up for me was age related thing कि मैं सोच रही हूँ मैं 50s में जा रही हूँ तो क्या बिग डील है. Look at them. They were people in their 70s who had come to do the courses and all. So age is just a number. It's all in your mind. If you be on this journey, enjoy it. कर लो यार, ये जिंदगी है और क्या है. So live it to the fullest, I would say.
That's a beautiful point of view again that that comes to my awareness ki offline course may you not only receive from the facilitator, but you also receive from the participants in a more effective way. So whenever possible, choose that. Again, it's my point of view.
Yeah, again, अगर आप नहीं हो पा रहा है तो ऑनलाइन भी कर लो. I mean, again, it's up to you. So I was also doing online courses. बट ये पूरा 7 डे इंटेंसिव था जो ऑनलाइन नहीं होता है. सो विच वॉज वेरी गुड. लाइक एक्सपीरियंस वाइज इट वॉज अमेजिंग, आई वुड से. I got to live in a college. I got to live in a eat in a mess, bond with people who were crazy like me. मतलब I felt normal there. Like a family में तो they think I'm going crazy. They think you gone nuts.
You're becoming Potter of the family.
Yeah, so my brother who is in London says, when somebody asked him, how do you support her journey? He said, in public, I support her totally. In private, I make fun of her.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing so openly and so vividly about all your journey and experiences. I'm sure my audience are people who are listening to us now and in future. They will have fun listening to this podcast over and over again. And looking forward to another meeting with you with new avenues opening up. Thanks everyone for bringing in the energy that we needed for this session. So
Yeah.
have a lovely Sunday.
And I would say gratitude to each and every one of you for listening to us for 1.5 hours. And इसके बारे में भी मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ कि gratitude is one thing. I think it is the biggest superpower we have. Because gratitude brings you again in the now for things that you have. जो हैं, हमारा हमेशा attention कहाँ होता है जो हमारे पास नहीं है. But the gratitude is getting you to the present कि जो है उसको acknowledge करो. And that's how it will grow. वो जो है वो तो ठीक है, एस्पिरेशन है, बट ये जो है इसको नहीं आप दोगे तो यही तो आपका बेस है जो आपको नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके जा रहा है. सो बी इन ग्रैटिट्यूड फॉर व्हाटएवर you have, wherever you are, whoever is with you. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much for listening to us. And I hope it contributes to all of you in any manner.
Certainly. Thank you so much, Shagun, and thanks all.
Yeah, and finally, I'll take your leave for the nth time. And see you all somewhere in this journey.
In this journey.
Guys.
Till then.
Okay. Enjoy your Sunday, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.